Hello and welcome back to Out of War here in the Winter Arctic hardcore playthrough. So in the last episode there I got our dump deck set up here. I made some slight changes to it there. I moved our elevators over to the left here just to give us a little bit more room to maneuver there with the loader. So last night after work I ran my loader for about 40 minutes into pay dirt here. Expanded it a little bit to the right there, the cliff. So at the start of this episode here, we have a bit of a clean out to do. Let's see how well we did. I got rid of the dirt that was in there already. We have a hell of a lot of ore here, our biggest clean out to date, I would say. Well, it absolutely is our biggest clean out to date. So the new dump deck there has really improved the speed of which we're collecting that pay dirt. Let's run into our little production facility here and get these machines up and running. 4600 gold, okay, let's do 500 in each. The run time on those 555 bars there is about 1 hour, 55 minutes. Actually, we're going to have to queue up more. Let's get all our silicon into this one. Actually, we do 999. Drag all our silicon down. The rest of it there. Let's go. First person mode, please. Yeah, so let's go into our store here and grab a couple more smelters. 4 more of those. Hopefully we can get them up against this wall here without too much hassle. Put one here. Oh. One there. Only fit 3. A bit more spaced out, but let's get one against this wall here. Beautiful. Let's get the rest of our gold queued up here. So we have. So let's do 700 in that one. Beautiful. And let's get our diamonds and rubies queued up. So we have 2000 rubies, okay. Let's do 800 in this one. It's gonna be quite a while on this. Yeah, so that is, wow, almost 4 hours run time on this. Let's do 500 here. Get the rest of the rubies in here. We have 960 diamonds there. Beautiful. That's our production facility completely maxed out there for the next couple of hours. Close those doors there. Let's jump into our loader here and see our new dump deck in action there. Get that engine sound, it is loud. Okay. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a couple of scoops of pay dirt here. Just jump out there to make sure that everything is working correctly. It should be moving along those conveyors, and there we go. There's our pay dirt been dropped into our older system here. Wonderful. Okay, so if we go into, like I mentioned previously, I want to build a road out to our little general store here. If we go into our store, we're going to need some equipment to do that, of course. So I'm thinking about a bulldozer. They are expensive. We could buy this little cheap one here, but I think what we want to do is go for one of the more expensive ones, the D9 there perhaps. I'm not sure what the difference between the two, 6-way and the other one is. The power, I guess we're looking at 585, about the same power, about the same fuel, about the same capacity. I'm not sure if weight is a factor in this game. Okay. But anyway, we have quite a bit of grinding to do here. Well, our production facility is going to make us that money. And if we also go in here to paving, it would be interesting to try this machine out here. So the spreads out asphalt. We can't actually make asphalt at the moment as we haven't found the materials, but I'm assuming we can buy that. We can buy that indeed. Yeah, so I'm looking at investing in the dozer and the paver here. The dozer to strip back this frost on top of the ground there. And then hopefully we can run along it with the paver there and make ourselves a nice little road. So we have a bit of time to wait there on our production, so I'm going to go ahead and jump in our loader here and continue to scoop up this pay dirt. Okay, so I've run my loader there for about half an hour again, and we have quite a bit of an overhang developing here on our cliff. So let's, I've laid out some dynamite. Let's go ahead and blow that now and see how she's looking afterwards. Hopefully I put enough dynamite there to get rid of a lot of that dirt up top. But we can do another pass if needs be. There's about 150 dynamites there going across. The cost of about 20k, so not too bad at all. Yeah, very nice. Pretty happy with that. Yeah, so quite a lot of dirt there that I'm gonna have to work through to get back into my pay dirt there again. But it's looking pretty clean there. Not too bad at all. One little piece up here, let's go ahead and get rid of that. Nice. Okay. The explosives are quite fun in this game. So, like I said, I run the loader there for less than half an hour, actually about 25 minutes. Let's go ahead and get a clean out down here. And it's another big clean out. Not quite as big as the last one, but we take that for sure. I'll get rid of that dirt there later. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. About 5.5 stacks of that there is going to be about $85,000-$90,000. Go ahead and queue up some more here. So we have 4,500 gold. It was 700 in each again. I believe this last one here we have dedicated to our silicon we have, and we have quite a bit of silicon there, so let's get it all in here again. Beautiful. And if we come over here to our wash plant, we can guess quite a few of our rubies, so we have a lot of rubies there. Let's just get them all stacked into this one. And we can do... let's give this one 400 rubies. So yeah, once all these production timers are finished, we're going to have quite a lot of money there. Let's throw all of our diamonds into this one, why not? And finally, long run tournament there, 3 hours. Okay, so the rest of our rubies can go in here then. Beautiful. And we still have 2,000 gold there, so 700 more on each of these. So I'm thinking if we sell everything that we have produced there so far, we should have enough to get that dozer and try it out. It would be interesting to see the ripper on the back of that dozer there, what effect it does actually have on the thick layer of ice that we have on our ground here. Yeah, we have plenty of gold bars to sell here. There'll be no problem making up that money. Diamonds and some rubies. Would be nice if you put like a shift click into this game, just so you could remove these without dragging them across. Or maybe there is a way that I have not figured out yet. And even though that these are the new smelters that we put in, there's almost 500 bars in each so far, which is very nice. Not quite sure this will be our biggest payday, yes, but it's going to be up there for sure. Okay, let's go into our store here. So, okay, 570k there for the gold. 212 for the rubies and the 100k for the diamonds there. We're up to 1.4 million, which is nice, very good. Okay, let's get into our store here and get a bulldozer out, see what she can do. Dozer. Let's go ahead and get the D9 there. So I want to go out this way, so let's just drop it here. Again, the chopper, bring it in. Beautiful. Okay. Okay, so I have fueled up our dozer here and had a look at the controls. So it seems fairly straightforward. We have an up and down, but in fact we can tilt our bucket like this. So I think what I want to do is go ahead here and go back into our store and buy a GPS so that I can hopefully keep this this bucket on the front of the dozer here somewhat level, so we can drop this GPS then into, I believe it is a light socket. Like this, will that work? No, I don't think so. Did that work? Let me check there. Got that there. Okay, and it hasn't. So you can see that our bucket is 9 degrees to the left there. So can we fix this? Yeah, and that is perfectly straight. The problem is with any movement on the mouse here at all, that is moving. So what I want to do is get us lined up here. Oops. We'll come back with the pickaxe and fix all this dirt that is kicking up. Okay, so let's go ahead. Start bulldozing our way out here. Okay. So, not exactly working out how I would like, but it's not doing too bad either. Can we drop this bucket down more? Can. Let's go back. And it's doing a great job there of deleting the ice from me. Okay. Now we're working nicely. Going uphill now. Need to come towards the right hand side there a little bit, but let's just get over this hill first. Might have to get our loader out there to take off the top of that hill. Keep turning. Kind of sliding sideways there, but that's okay. A little bit of coal underneath us there. Beautiful. Okay. I mean, it's not working amazingly, but I'm quite happy with what it has done so far. continue straight ahead. Okay, let's back it up there. Raise the bucket. Drop it down again. And it does appear to be quite smooth. Although, I think I will grab the roller. Okay. But let's just raise the bucket there. Reverse her. Let's park her up there for the time being and see how it is looking. I mean... Okay. It's not so bad. I mean... There's definitely a path. A lot of different textures there, but if I come over the top here with asphalt and make it all the same texture, it should look reasonably decent, I would imagine. Learning experience for sure. I'm not sure if my roller will get over the top of this, but let's jump in it there and see if we can. Yeah. Decent. Okay. Let's get our vibro turned on here and start smoothing. Doesn't appear to be doing a whole lot of smoothing there. It seems like the dozer does leave it pretty nice for us. Can you make it up the hill? Can get up there. Go on. Beautiful. Now, I'm wondering if this road is going to be wide enough for some of our heavier equipment later on in the game. But for now, for sure, that's fine. And we'll get a little concrete base there for our general store. Make it look a little bit prettier. Yeah, let's get our vibro off. Give it a run back down the hill there. One thing I should have done is buy that asphalt machine to see how wide it is. Make sure that it actually is going to lay asphalt for us. And once we get back down to base there, we'll get back into the store, start purchasing some more. It is doing some smoothing. Bits that the dozer left a little bit rough there. Alrighty, and let's get that vibro back off and get you parked up. So, back into our store then, and let's have a look at this asphalt machine. Paving. Where are you? So here it is. 262k. Let's drop you here. Interesting. So how does this work is the question. I would imagine we go into our inventory here. Let's have a look at our controls there. Start paving B. Okay, so we can move this up and down. Let's see here. It does not want to move forward. We'll move back though. Okay, so perhaps it's not smooth enough out there. Let's see. Yeah, I would imagine it's not smooth. This little piece on the back there is not going to get over those rough mud bumps. So what's happening with V? Unfold hopper. Okay. So how are we putting asphalt into this thing is my question. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna have to look into this a little bit to figure out how it works there, but one thing is for sure is that a road is nowhere near smooth enough to get this machine out there. So I will leave it there for now. But hopefully when I come back I will have some sort of solution how we're gonna make this work.